Welcome, and greetings to all. I am Shenlong Pendragon, the Lore Master. So, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to be doing something different to honour the fallen of the Great War, also known as the First World War. As we all know, the First World War took place from 1914 to 1918, and it was on the 11th of November at 11 o'clock when the guns finally fell silent, marking the end of what to date was the most brutal and bloody conflict. The Great War was known as the war to end all wars, for never before had there been such bloodshed and so many countries involved. So I would like to thank every one of you at this point for clicking on the link and for watching this video. It is significantly important, especially as Remembrance Day was yesterday, and I hope that you will continue to watch this video to the end. So let us move on. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to use this video to give a list of casualties for the respective countries, and I will be listing these countries in alphabetical order. Please note that the casualty numbers are only estimations. They are not completely 100% accurate. The casualties are including both military and civilian casualties. The military casualties include those who died in combat and those that died after combat, either from wounds or illness. All the flags of the respective countries in this video are the flags that were actually flown during the war for those respective countries. Many of the flags have changed since, and several of the countries which are going to appear do not exist anymore under that name, or just completely do not exist at all. So without further ado, let's move on, and in alphabetical order we'll give the list of casualties. Australia. Military deaths and missing persons are numbered at 59,330 to 62,149. Military wounded that managed to return home is numbered at 152,171. There is no recorded number for civilian deaths and missing persons. Please note that at the time Australia was an independent state or an independent country that was fighting on behalf of the British Empire. The Austro-Hungarian Empire. Military deaths and missing persons is numbered at 1,200,000 to 1,494,200. Military wounded that managed to return home is numbered at 3,620,000. Civilian deaths and missing persons is numbered at 120,000. Please note that the Austro-Hungarian Empire no longer exists. It has split into two separate countries, which is Hungary and Austria. Belgium. Military deaths and missing persons are numbered at 38,170 to 58,637. Military wounded is numbered at 44,686. Civilian deaths and missing persons are numbered at 23,700. The British Empire, its colonies, and others that fought in its behalf. So as the casualty counts are coming up on the screen, please bear in mind I have separated the British casualties into two separate categories. This is because there are casualties from the British Empire that were only from Britain or directly controlled British colonies. There are others that fought on behalf of the British Empire, but as a part of their own sovereignty nations or own independent states. As a result, I have separated the casualties into British only and British Empire as a whole. So, starting with the British only casualties, military deaths and missing persons are numbered at 744,000 to 887,858. British only military wounded that returned home is numbered at 1,675,000. British only civilian deaths and missing persons are numbered at 16,829. The British Empire on a whole has casualties numbering for deaths and missing persons at 949,454 to 1,118,264. The total military wounded from across the British Empire and its nations that fought on its behalf that did manage to return home numbers at 2,101,077. The total number of civilian deaths and missing persons is 18,829. Bulgaria. Military deaths and missing persons are numbered at 87,500. Military wounded is numbered at 152,390. There is no recorded number for civilian deaths and missing persons. Canada. Military deaths and missing persons are numbered at 56,639 to 64,996. Military wounded is numbered at 149,732. Civilian deaths and missing persons is numbered at 1,963. Now, if you'll remember, I earlier stated that British casualties could be separated into two different categories. Canada is one of the independent countries that fought on behalf of the British Empire. However, as they are an independent state at the time, I have included their own casualty rates. Some independent states that fought for the British Empire may not appear in this list, and if so, I do apologise. The Empire of Japan. Military deaths and missing persons 300 to 4,661. Military wounded 907. There is no recorded number for civilian deaths and missing persons. France. Military deaths and missing persons are numbered at 1,357,000 to 1,397,800. Military wounded is numbered at 4,266,000. Civilian deaths and missing persons is numbered at 40,000. The German Empire. Military deaths and missing persons are numbered at 2,037,000. Military wounded is numbered at 4,215,662. Civilian deaths and missing persons is numbered at 720. Greece. Military deaths and missing persons are numbered at 5,000 to 26,000. Military wounded is numbered at 21,000. Civilian deaths and missing persons have no recorded number. India. Military deaths and missing persons is numbered at 64,449 to 73,905. Military wounded is numbered at 69,214. There is no recorded number for civilian deaths and missing persons. Like Canada, India was at the time an independent state that fought on behalf of the British Empire. Italy. Military deaths and missing persons are numbered at 460,000 to 651,000. Military wounded 947,000. Civilian deaths and missing persons are numbered at 3,400. Montenegro. Military deaths and missing persons are numbered at 3,000 to 13,325. Military wounded is numbered at 10,000. There is no recorded number for civilian deaths and missing persons. Newfoundland. Military deaths and missing persons are numbered at 1,204 to 1,570. Military wounded is numbered at 2,314. There is no recorded number for civilian deaths and missing persons. Newfoundland is once again a country that is an independent state that fought on behalf of the British Empire. New Zealand. Military deaths and missing persons is numbered at 16,711 to 18,060. Military wounded is numbered at 41,317. There is no recorded number for civilian deaths and missing persons. Please note that New Zealand is again an independent country that fought on behalf of the British Empire. The Ottoman Empire. Military deaths and missing persons is numbered at 325,000 to 771,844. Military wounded is numbered at 400,000 to 763,753. Civilian deaths and missing persons is numbered at 1,500,000. Please note that the Ottoman Empire is a country that no longer exists. It has split apart into its respective countries. However, the sovereign nation of the Ottoman Empire, Turkey, still does exist. Portugal. Military deaths and missing persons is numbered at 7,222. Military wounded is numbered at 13,751. Civilian deaths and missing persons is numbered at 13. Romania. Military deaths and missing persons is numbered at 250,000 to 335,706. Military wounded is numbered at 120,000. Civilian deaths and missing persons is numbered at 130,000. The Russian Empire. The Russian Empire's military deaths and missing persons are numbered at 1,700,000 to 2,254,369. Military wounded are numbered at 3,749,000 to 4,950,000. Civilian deaths and missing persons are numbered at 410,000. Please note that while Russia does still exist, the Russian Empire does not. It has broken down and dissolved into several different countries which still do exist. Serbia. Military deaths and missing persons number at 300,000 to 450,000. Military wounded is numbered at 133,148. Civilian deaths and missing persons have no recorded number. South Africa. Military deaths and missing persons number from 7,121 to 9,726. Military wounded is numbered at 12,029. There is no recorded number for civilian deaths and missing persons. Please note that South Africa is another independent state which fought on behalf of the British Empire. The last country on this list alphabetically is the United States of America. Military deaths and missing persons is numbered at 116,708. Military wounded is numbered at 204,002. Civilian deaths and missing persons are numbered at 757. The fallen will forever be known as their respective countries' finest, for it was they that gave their lives so that others could live. And now, ladies and gentlemen, in order to mark the occasion of Remembrance Day, and to honour those that did not come home and those that actually did manage to come home, I would request that you join me in a 1-minute silence. I will let you know when that starts. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's please commence the 1-minute silence now. Thank you. Thank you very much for listening, ladies and gentlemen. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please remember to like and subscribe for more lore, myths, legends, and stories. Please note that I have only included casualty counts from World War I and not from World War II. If you would like me to do a second video listing the casualty counts from World War II, then please do let me know in the comments section. Also, if there are any countries that you feel should have been on this list but weren't, then please do feel free to leave them in the comments section with their respective casualty rates. It's a very strong belief of mine that all countries and their respective casualties from World War I should be remembered in some way, shape or form, and there are far too many that did not come home and are buried in unmarked graves from several countries, or in fact from all countries that took part in the war. So again, ladies and gentlemen, if you feel that there is a country that should have been on this list, then please do put them in the comments section with their casualty rates. I would also like to thank you again for joining me in that 1-minute silence, to show respect for those that didn't come home and to honour those that did. My next YouTube video series will be starting soon, and that will be primarily focusing on Egyptian mythology, so I do hope you enjoy that. I may come back round to do more Celtic stories later on if it's requested, or if several other stories that I find and think they are good, and therefore I may upload them later on. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you very much for listening. I am Shenlong Pendragon, and remember, knowledge is power.